outside. Okay, for those of you that already know about the Wim Hof and you just want to get stuck into doing a class, hit the link below because I do a full 30-minute class and you're going to get the benefits of actually doing the full 30 minutes opposed to if you just do it by yourself. That's good enough, because good enough just usually isn't good enough. 99.999% of the time. Every time. Do the class, see how you think, comment below what you want to see, hit that like and subscribe on the way out. It helps me out, helps the channel out, and it'll help you out because I'm going to upload more content and more videos on what I do, my morning routines that help me live. Alrighty, that being said, let's get stuck into it.
Behind closed doors, I'm a fool for your love. For your love.
Okay, so let's get comfortable. I like to do a slight meditation before I start. By meditating, all I do is just ease my mind, start breathing slowly, get myself ready to do the set. So we want to breathe 30 times, 3 sets. And how we do this is we breathe all the way in, half the way out. Now, what he doesn't tell you is what's the difference between breathing through the mouth and the nose. Now, from what I've read, if you breathe in through the nose opposed to the mouth, you're going to get more oxygenated blood, which I find is better for me if I'm sick or I've got injuries, which I'm guessing you probably come onto this because you do have injuries or some sort of illness that you want to heal. And obviously getting more oxygenated blood is going to benefit you. Now, it is hard to do sometimes. If you live in a cold climate, it's going to burn your nose or it'll just be uncomfortable because you've got sinus. But what I have found is if I have got sinus, if I just persevere through the first set, do the second set, by the time I hit the third set, my nose is clear and I feel really good. That being said, I still do mouth breathing quite a lot because I like to surf, be active. I like to hold my breath, I like to spearfish and free dive. And the more you breathe in through the mouth, the more carbon dioxide tolerance you're going to have opposed to the nose. So what we're doing is, at the end of every set, we breathe all the way out and hold our breath. Now, if you're going to do a lot of diving and exercise work, things that you have to hold your breath for, having that carbon dioxide tolerance is really going to improve. That's the only way really you can get better at holding your breath, is having a better CO2 tolerance and also practice. So I sometimes will mix it up, maybe doing 1 set through the nose and 2 sets through the mouth. I would challenge you, just try it one day all the way through the nose, all the way through the mouth, maybe 2 sets through the mouth, last set through the nose, or you could even do something on your 30th breath. So when we're taking our last breath in, maybe do that one straight through your nose, just to maybe get a little bit more oxygen in your system. There hasn't been enough science done with this sort of type of testing to see what the sweet spot is. I do this every morning after I wake up, hence the hair. Doesn't get much better. I'll only take like a sip of water because you don't want to drink too much water before starting this. That's a good point to note. The only thing I might do is brush my teeth because I like to have fresh teeth and when I'm breathing. Good hygiene. Now back to the breathing. Man, when I breathe out, I love to give my organs a massage, and I love that yoga form. Is it Uddiyana Bandhana? I don't know, let me know how you pronounce it, if you can do that. You probably can, you can probably go, it sounds like this. I don't know how you do it, but yeah, apologize for butchering it to those yogis out there. But that's the form where you suck in your belly, really get that under here, and then start rotating your stomach. Now, I can't do it that well standing up, but laying down it's gonna look something like this.
And make sure you do this on an empty stomach. I don't have one here and it's kind of difficult to do.
Oh, man, it's an interesting move. And so the Uddiyana Bandhana, sorry again, I don't know how to pronounce it. So that process is gonna help tenfold. Wim, do the Uddiyana. Man, it's a game changer. Bowel changer. That's gonna help so much, and it's just gonna free up any sort of toxins and just get that crap out. Literally. Get out. Peace. We don't want that. Another thing Wim doesn't really go on about is the push-ups that he does. If you've got severe shoulder pain or pain, you don't have to do the push-ups. And he doesn't even say when to sort of do them. Is it at the end? I used to experiment with doing them after every time I breathe all the way out. So let's back up. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna breathe all the way in. And for this exercise, we're just gonna breathe in through the mouth. So. And what I'm kind of doing is I'm trying to do a flow. I'm visualizing my belly filling up and I'm rotating that circular breathing. What he does, and I see a lot of people do, is just through the chest. I'm finding I'm not getting enough in. You can get so much more oxygen filling just in your mind, visualizing that cycle. Belly out, chest fill up, belly in, and just keep going through that motion. And at the end of that 30 cycle, only about 2-second hold, all the way out, squeeze, tense. Now, what I like to do is, I like to go into an extra squeeze, where I'll go into all fours, and that way I get all the air out. Then I'll tense. Holding my breath for as long as I can, and then I breathe all the way in. Tense. Now what I like to do is when I'm tensing is slap the areas that are sore. You look crazy, but that's okay. You're already crazy to watch this. You look crazy, but who cares? You're gonna feel good. Like, the Euros do it, I'm sure. I'm sure I've seen them do it in the saunas and videos the whole time, so it must be good. No, it is good. It stimulates blood flow. I got a really sore back at the moment, so I'm gonna like bash that thing good. Yeah, so if you can't do the push up on the breathe out, just tensing is really good, or plank. Last breath out, plank it. You can even mix it up, plank for as long as you can, then come into your push-ups. Now, what I recommend is, in these earlier sets, don't try to do all your push-ups in one go. You can, and I do, I mix it up, try it every way, but I like to do this thing called a push-up plus. Push-up plus is where you get your scapula right back. Here, how about I show you? So you come in slow. My shoulder blades are right back touching, I'm pressing them in so hard. Now as I come up, I go further than what I think I can go. And I like to arch my neck down, but you probably should keep it straight. I only do the push-ups when I'm holding my breath after breathing all the way out. Now when I take my breath in to breathe in as much oxygen as I can, I don't do anything other than tense, and this is the other stretch I'll go into. Just like a child's pose, and then come into a forward stretch. And then I'll tense as I'm stretching. Then I start my next set. Next set you can change it up. You can breathe through the nose, do the mouth, however you want. So however you feel on the day. As I said, if you're breathing in through the nose, you're going to get more oxygen in your system. Breathing in through the mouth, you're going to get more carbon, but it's going to give you a good CO2 tolerance. You're still going to feel amazing. So then, after we finish the third set, I like to do 40 breaths. 40 breaths on the third set, I find it's a sweet spot. You've just done 2 sets of 30, now you're warm, do an extra 10, sometimes I'll do 50. The more oxygen you're getting, the better. Okay, so the third set, I'm definitely doing as many push-ups as I can. If my neck and everything's feeling good, I've actually got really bad lower back pain at the moment, but I find doing these push-ups, just controlled, holding your core, I'll do as many as I can comfortably. So usually I can do maybe 40 to 50 push-ups, but when I'm doing this, I'm gonna be tensing and really holding my core in. I'm gonna aim for 20, 25. Do as many as you feel comfortable, and you don't have to do the push-ups. As I said, you can plank, and squeeze. It's all about the squeezing because you want to restrict blood flow, and then when you release, the blood flow will hit those areas, especially the inflammatory areas. After we do this comes the fun part. You gotta go in the cold. Something about that cold just works. I don't know why it is so beneficial, but after you've done that breathing, actually I do know why, and this is why. So after you do that breathing, you have to jump in the cold. Start off with a cold shower, and if you live in a hot area and you're doing this in summer, you're gonna have to fill a bathtub up with ice and sit in it. You only have to do 3 minutes, and if it's really cold, maybe a minute and a half. After 30 seconds, you don't feel the cold. It feels just normal. It feels great. That being said, if you're going to go into an ice bath, it will be a little hard. If you warm up with a cold shower first, yeah, that makes sense, I think. So warm up with the cold shower, then you want to progress to an ice bath. And then if that's not enough, you want to do something like this. So that wheelie bin, by the way, was brand new. I hadn't used it before. No waste in it. It was as clean as it's gonna get. Fetch. All right, so now we've done our breathing. We've done the last set. We're ready to go into our yoga stretching poses. Now for me, I've broken almost every bone in my body, torn every tendon. So man, I wanna do everything. For you, if you've just got one injury you're working on, obviously just work around that injury. And when I say work around, kind of warm up to it. So since I'm head to toe, I'm gonna start from my toes and warm up. So if you're gonna follow me in the class below, I'm gonna start off doing every single stretch that I do from my feet, working my way up the body. This may change to, if you've got an injury somewhere, work around what you can do. So here's the list of stretches that I will do. Okay, so I like to go into the old-fashioned downward dog. Now, as I'm doing this, I'm really focusing on lifting and pushing my pelvis forward. Down to chaturanga. Push up if you want. Downward dog. And repeat. Stretching the quads. Legs in tight, knees not bent, pull down, look straight ahead, don't look behind. Come up with a flat back. Okay, back down on the ground. And do arms behind the back. Pull in, feel that shoulder stretch. I'm gonna hold this for 10 seconds or longer. Your shoulders might pop, that's not the idea, but if they do, great. And forward. Don't stress your neck forward too much. Arms up on the shoulders. Rotate backwards. This loosens up your thoracic. If you've got pinching running down your arms, sciatica, generally from this. Your C7, the big knobby part. Oh yeah, it loves this. Repeat.
Alright, now we get in the half moon. We're just going to do a couple warm-up stretches on each side. Lift in, pull up and over. Okay, center yourself, deep breath in, stretch up and lean over to your right. Pulling up through the hands. Keep your chin in line. Okay, next is dancer pose. One of my favorite yoga stretches. For me, this is the best stretch I do. Rocking back and forward, loosening up the back. I can pop my spine, lower back to upper back here. Feels so good. This is like the best massage for your whole back.
Woo! Alright guys, thanks very much for watching. Be sure to check out my full class below. Let me know in the comments what you think, what you want to see, and I'll catch you in the next video. Keep it all the way out.